Hello, this is how to coat a screen with emulsion. I pressure washed this screen yesterday, and I've got my scoop coater full of emulsion. I got the scoop coater, it's hard to talk. I got the scoop coater and this screen. I've got two screens. They're like 4x3, something like that. I got all most of my screen printing supplies that's like actually like screen specific, like a screen or a scoop coater. I get from Victory Factory. Anyway, this is how to coat a screen. At least the way that I know how. You basically get all your goop in here, all your emulsion, and you press it up against at the bottom. Whee! You let it sit for a second. And you slowly drag it up. And once you get to the top, you roll it back, and you do that. Okay, so this is a pretty light thing of emulsion. I don't like make it too thick or anything, because when I was washing these out, it took fucking forever, and I don't want to deal with that again. I did kind of not get enough at the top, so I'm just trying to do like a really light expansion at the top. The reason why I'm going back over it a couple times is because there will be bubbles in the emulsion as it sits in the scoop coater and when you pour it. And if you go back over it, it smooths those bubbles out and it like drags emulsion through where the air would be. And if you don't do that, there are just holes in the screen, then ink can get through those holes because they're not getting covered in the emulsion, which is the whole concept of screen printing. I'm gonna do the other one now. I like prop it up against this thing. I mean, I say that. I haven't actually screen printed since moving to this place. But the way that we did it in school was we had like a little bar, just because it moves less when you're, because you have to like really press it when you're rolling up. And yeah, I hope that makes sense. I'm gonna do it again just for fun, also because this is what I do. You don't have to be super fast. You just have to be moderately fast. It's a thing where the slower you are, the more uneven the coat will come out, which will be a problem sometimes if it's like... Hi, I'm sitting on my floor. If you didn't notice. If it's too slow and there's like weird things of emulsion, it'll wash off at various intervals, like when you need to wash the wet emulsion out of the screen so that there's holes so that you can actually screen print. And then you'll have like big tearaway shit, and that's not optimal if you're trying to go for a clean design. Anyway, I need to take these to my dark room now because they're just kind of sitting in the light, and the whole way that emulsion works is that it is light sensitive. I don't know if this is making sense. I don't know if this will be useful to anyone. I can explain all of this. I can explain all of this to the best of my ability via text. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Hello. This is my screen printing setup. It's very messy and bad because I'm kind of doing this under a bit of a time crunch, I guess, for myself that I've created. But basically, I'll probably edit this together because I'm pretty scatterbrained, and I'm sure I'm gonna have to like cut around a lot. But I've got this screen, and I have some shirts in the dryer that had dye fixative on them, so that, I mean, I tell people not to wash their shirts, but I don't know if they do or not, and there's like been dye sitting in those shirts, so if they washed them, it would be extremely bad for their laundry situation. So I put dye fixative on it, and hopefully that'll, I don't actually know what it does, I've never used it before, but I have those in the dryer. And now I have these other shirts that are already dry because I just bleached them, so I don't need to like do anything special to them. And I need to tape off the parts of the screen that I won't be using. This screen came out a little bit weird. I might not have left it to expose long enough. I've been trying to expose them slightly less because, well, now I'm seeing and I don't think it made a difference. But basically, they sorry, this is kind of hard to explain. When I exposed them at school, I never had this issue, so I've been kind of having to learn with my DIY setup how to prevent it. But basically, when I set out the the negatives, I don't know if they count as negatives, but like the transparencies, the templates to get exposed into the screens, the edges of them, like where the paper's edges casts enough of a shadow, just like slightly enough. And I think it's because I don't have a vacuum seal, because all I would need to do that is get like a sheet of glass, like heavy glass, so that I can do it. But I would also need to set up some kind of like wood cabinet shelf situation. This is a weird video. I would need to set up some kind of cabinet or shelving situation, and it just seems like a pain in the ass. So the next best thing that I can do is just tape off those edges the best that I can, so that they don't come through in the design. And I don't know, I think people expect kind of a messy aesthetic from my stuff, which is a little bit of an excuse to be lazy, I guess. I don't know, I don't love it. I don't love that part of it, but I don't think most people care. I don't know. I guess I'll find out. I'm gonna do a test of this first to see if it even came out correctly. And if it didn't come out correctly, I'm just gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna do. If it doesn't come out correctly, then I might never post this video, or I might post the video but never release some shirts. Or like, probably what'll happen is if they don't come out good, I will release the video and then not have shirts for like another month because I had to redo the screens, but I'm about to be going on a road trip, and so this is basically my last shot at getting this done. But anyway, so right now I am taping off the edges. Like I said, so that I can, and this is like what it looks like. It's just, this is the design. I don't know how, yeah, it's coming through already. So this is the design, and then there's these little very tiny lines. I don't know if it'll come out on camera, that are from the actual edge of the transparency paper, which is this stuff. Can't reach it, but yeah, that didn't emulsify or like harden all the way. Photo emulse. What do I know? I know how to do it. I don't know the words for it. Yeah, so I'm probably just gonna focus on taping off the like, even if it goes like properly, and the if the edges didn't cast enough of a shadow, I would still need to tape off the other design, just because the way that I do my screens is, I would like to think of it as more economical, in the sense that I don't have to redo my screens as many times as some other people. Some people will just put like one part of a design. I don't know, a lot of people don't do shirts as crazy as I do, which is what it is. Or if they do, they have, they don't do like all over prints. They'll do it, they'll set it up just differently than me. But the best way that I've found to do it is to take a lot of pieces and put them on one screen like this, and then tape off whatever I'm not using, which takes like fucking forever sometimes. It's like a real hassle. I have to like clean the ink off of it a lot, but I don't have to clean the emulsion off as much, or use as many screens, I guess, which is good for me, because it's especially annoying when I have a DIY setup out of my house, because I don't really have a good cleanup station. I'm just kind of using a garden hose, which I might take a video of. I don't know. I don't think I'd be able to get like a good video of that. I'll probably just stick to pictures. I don't even know if this video is going to be good. I don't really want to watch this video. Whatever. So yeah, that's taping. I'll probably end the video now, and then when I actually start printing, I'll take another video and then splice them together. Yes, that sounds like a great idea. You're so smart. Okay, so this is going to be me printing. So if you don't know how it actually works, I'm probably just going to write an explanation, because it's kind of hard to explain while I'm doing it a little bit. Basically, the way that I do it is I've got this, I've got a print board, which is like some repurposed wood fiber. They sell it at Home Depot. It's just like a sturdy sheet of that. That's like 5x3. I think I just made it like a foot longer than this is, but it's the same width, like exactly. Just because it's easier to transport that way than if there was like a whole lot more of that. There's some hinges here that allow me to move the screen up and down, so that I can move the printable object around underneath it. I just bought these hinges off of Victory Factory, and I think it also came with the bolts. Got a spatula for spooning around the ink. This is the ink. I try to buy very water-soluble ink that is like, I mean, it says it's environmentally friendly. How can I know? And then there's a squeegee, which provides leverage to push the ink through the design The way that the design actually works, if it's not clear, if I didn't explain it in text, is there's this emulsion is photosensitive, so you put a design, like an opaque design, against it, you tape it, and then you expose it to really bright light. And then it hardens everything except for the design, and then you immediately wash the design out with water. So there are holes, like the screen itself is like a very tight mesh, and let me sit down. The screen itself is a very tight mesh, and this is going to be a very scattered video. Just explaining screen printing, just in case you don't know. I don't know. I didn't know about it until like a year or two ago, and now it's my job, so you never know. Yeah, you get the squeegee, and you squeegee it out, and actually do that. And I've got a sheet of drawing paper. I usually use newsprint, but my ex-landlord hired some goons to clean out the house while we were still living there, and they like folded my newsprint pad in half because it was on the floor, and they just wanted to ruin my day. There were drawings in there. I was so upset. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna put some ink on this and then squeegee it on camera so that you can see that. I kind of do this pretty haphazardly. I keep like a bunch of paper towels and tape, just in the general vicinity of myself. As far as I understand, there's like actual print studios, and like I know in Atlanta there's like print studios that you can go to and rent, and they have a setup for you basically, and you just pay like, I don't know, like $200 for a month or two, which I mean isn't that bad if you're using a lot, or work at an actual screen printing shop, which is probably what I'll be doing soon, hopefully. I don't know, once I get back from this trip I'm probably going to apply. I keep spacing out, sorry. I'm going to now put some ink on here. I just kind of eyeball it because life's short. I can just scoop it back in if I put too much in there. Okay, so the reason why I'm using drawing paper and not a t-shirt right now is to see like where any holes are, make sure that the design is actually printing at all. There's enough holes to actually get ink through. Yeah. So I don't know how to get a good shot of this. Like this. Sorry, it was a bad shot. Okay. So you squeegee it by doing kind of. Okay. Not my best work, but it'll be fine. It's just the test print. Okay. So now grab the screen, and okay, that actually came out pretty fucking good. So yeah, that's fucking exciting. I'm gonna be able to start printing this right away. And I'll probably do a run of that on the shirt. Obviously, like the leg wasn't the cleanest. There's not as many, you can kind of see here, I'll actually. So this is one reason why I keep the tape on me, but I didn't this time, so fark. I gotta think quick, think on my toes here. Because I need to keep this up. This isn't gonna work. There's no way this is gonna work. That's not gonna work. This is not that big of a deal. doing skits. This is the first tutorial with skits. Jesus fucking Christ. This isn't really a tutorial. I don't know what this is. This is nothing. This is just entertainment. Okay, it worked. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, I remember. I just need to be able to. Whatever. Okay, I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, so just you can kind of see the design. I'm gonna do it fast so that you can't actually see it, but like right there, that's what I was talking about. That's what I was trying to tape off. There's these little spots, but I think I covered enough of it that it looks cool. And I actually like how this print came out a lot. I was kind of worried it was a little simple, but yeah, I'm excited. So now I'm going to restart the video so that I can do a shirt. Okay, hello again. Got this shirt here. This is just one of them. I'll probably have a post saying, but I got this effect by. Wait, fuck, which was the design? By bleaching. Okay. By bleaching this, I might actually flip this around a little bit really quickly. But yeah, I just, I put it in the shower. This was a bad idea. Don't do what I'm about to say, because it probably could have killed me if I was stupid. Because I was already pretty stupid. If you're gonna bleach your shirts, or just anything, if you're gonna use house bleach, wear a mask. They will tell you this in school. I'm just really stupid and I forgot. So I had to tie a hoodie around my face, or else I probably would have gotten pneumonia poisoning. Which is not a joke. I'm very dumb. But I turned on a fan, and I did it in my bathtub. And that's about it. Just like, I had a bottle and I just sort of threw it at it and it looked cool. And I said, that's a beautiful shirt I'm gonna make. I don't even think I had a plan for it. I think I was just like, I don't know, I want to see what happens if I bleach a shirt. And I found out. So anyway, this is kind of a pain in the ass. I got this shirt here, and I'm just realizing right now that I forgot to get some cardboard, so I will probably have to edit this really quickly. I don't know how much editing I'm actually going to do. I'm probably going to do this in like Movie Maker. Okay, so there are definitely better ways to do this, but what I do, the reason why I do this, I will explain, but I will put some cardboard in my shirt keep the shirt flat so that it takes the ink better. If you don't, there's a variety of things that can happen. Basically, I've found that it is a good idea if I want the design to come out clean. It can print through to the other side of the shirt if you're like way overdoing it. Also makes it easier to sort of transfer everything around. It's just a good idea to do it. I'm really smart for thinking of this because they did not tell me how to do this. I just had to sort of figure it out on my own. Actually, I have an example. So this is my Bloodside jacket. It says Bloodside on it. This was like the first or second thing I printed. Mostly came out alright, but there were a couple of spots where things didn't turn out alright, and like I fixed it or made it look cool anyway. But you might recognize this design from the pimple shirt that I did, except it's fucked up, and that's because the first time that I tried to print it, I did not have like a flat piece of cardboard or anything under it, and it just got stuck weird while I was doing it. And same on the back, that's why it looks kind of like overprinted, is because I think I did do a second run of it, because the first one kind of went badly, but I registered it okay enough that it's at least readable that it says Bloodsaid. But yeah, and then for the actual like little pimple face that's here over the cigarette pouch, that did have cardboard in it, I think. I don't know how else it would have worked, or something. I had some kind of hard surface under it, so. Anyway, that is why I use cardboard. Now I am going to try to print this, and hopefully it should come out okay. Yeah, okay. And I put the tape here so that it doesn't get ink on the print board, because if it got ink on the print board, then there would be ink on the bottom of all of these shirts, which would be annoying. So I don't know how visually interesting this will be, but I kind of do a loose registration with my shirts, because I think that having them all be slightly unique is more fun. So, I mean, you've probably noticed this if you are subscribed to my Patreon, but the way that I get a loose registration is by not really registering. I'm just kind of, I mean, I do register, but like I don't have, I have like a specific placement in mind for each shirt that I do, but I don't have, I don't do like a registration print. What people do to register their screen prints, at least what we did where I went to school, which was SCAD. I took a screen printing class. We would take one of the transparent sheets of paper and tape it down, and then print on that, and then lift it up so the tape was like a hinge, and then you could use that to tell pretty reliably, depending on various things, or depending on how reliable it was. obviously. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna see what happens, because it doesn't matter. It'll look cool anyway. That's sort of what I operate under. And I will try to get a good shot of this. I don't know that I can. This is going to be like a little combo action I have to do here. Okay. Doing all these passes just to make sure that it actually gets the whole design on there. It'll probably come out a little inkier because of it, but okay. So this is not the best, but I think it'll look fine. I don't know. Like I said, my aesthetic is kind of messy, so it's pretty forgiving on this. But I think it looks pretty cool. The design is solid. Just kind of cut out the part where it says Oscar. Yeah. So still had this issue right here, and then because of the hem right here, and it doesn't seem like I actually got the cardboard high enough. I kind of misjudged how high it was, which wouldn't happen if I had the registration paper that I was talking about, the transparency. But I think it looks cool, so I'm not too pressed about it. And then yeah, so that's basically the whole screen printing process. I just do that like however many times, it kind of depends. But got this other screen here I own 2 of these, which I think I explained in one of the other videos that I recorded. This one came out a little goofy. I'm not exactly sure why, but some of the text and this design came out a little foggy. So I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, because I don't know, I think it'll look cool. It's just not what I planned. But, okay, I don't actually know where the last video cut, but I have now printed all 10 of the shirts. The front, I mean, just part of the front even. But the next thing that I need to do before I can continue printing is to let them dry. I've got this little drying rack set up. And scoop my ink back in to the ink container for now, just the excess, so that it's not just left out to dry and be useless to me. So I'll do that, and then I will take a video of me blowing them with a blow dryer. Okay, this is gonna be difficult to do because it's gonna make a loud noise that will make it probably impossible for you to understand me. But basically, I will just record me doing this, since I want to do a lot of printing, and acrylic paint. It's not acrylic paint or acrylic ink. It's water-based ink. There's like a level of heat activation which will make it so that it dries. I use a shitty Revlon like $20 hair dryer for this because I actually have a nicer hair dryer, but I feel like it gets hot too fast, and I always get scared that like I'm gonna do damage to the fabric or make it catch on fire, which would be fucking awful for me for obvious reasons. But yeah, oops. I actually probably need to move my ironing board because the cord on this is kind of short, and I don't know, I'll figure it out. Goodbye. Hello, YouTube. I have slept. I finished the fronts of these shirts, and yeah, I just I did something that you're not supposed to do, which is leave the ink on my screen all night because I didn't feel like washing it, and also I kind of have to be outside to wash it, and it's really cold, and I finished at like midnight or like 10 o'clock. So now going to start on the backs. Oh, yeah, okay. Hello. This is going to be basically the last thing that I do, is just iron the designs in. I'm about to head out on a very long trip, and I'm kind of in a hurry. But basically the idea is just that applying heat to these designs makes it so that they are less likely to be damaged by water or anything like that. It theoretically presses it into the fabric. I haven't actually tested it, but I'm sure you can imagine the process of me ironing this. It's just 10 shirts front and back, and the sleeves, and I just do that, and eventually finish. And then I take pictures, and I will try to demonstrate what that's like. That'll be hard because I take the pictures with my phone, but I have an idea, so that'll be the next thing. Okay, so this is my little photo setup. Basically, I used the same thing that I had, I used my print board and a stepladder in order to get up here. And I won't actually be using the film that I get, but I get on top of the stepladder so that I'm like high up above it, and I take as good of a picture as I can, and then I flip it, and I do that for each of the shirts, and then I edit them in Photoshop. That's generally what I've done so far. And that is basically the whole process of how I make shirts. I hope this has been educational or informative or anything at all. Entertaining? Funny? Okay. Alright. I got these like test print posters. They're kind of cool. I might sell those, but probably not for a while. Okay, goodbye. Wait, shit.